Hi everyone, my name is Kelly from It's Just Kelly, and today I'm here to do a review of the Lumma disc for Put a Cup in It. If you're not familiar with what the difference is between a cup and a disc does not use suction to stay in place inside of you. Instead, it tucks behind your pubic bone to stay in place underneath and catch all of the blood until you're ready to pull it down and out and release it. Cups, however, sit a little bit higher and they use suction to stay in place to catch your menstrual flow. Now, the Lumma disc itself comes in 3 different sizes. It comes in a short, a medium, and a high, and it also comes in 3 different colors. It comes in clear, unicorn, and pink love. Right now on Lumma's website, they have a buy one get one free as well. So if you're not sure what size you are, you can get 2 for the price of 1, which is pretty neat. I don't know when that sale will end, but as of right now, that sale is still going on. I am using the medium. I'm glad that there is that option for buy one get one, because honestly, when it comes to discs, I really wasn't sure which size I was. Most companies only offer a one size fits all, so that's kind of the difference with Lumma disc, is that they do offer 3 different sizes, which is pretty awesome because, spoiler alert, this disc actually worked the best out of all the discs I've tried, and I think it was because I was able to get a little bit of a smaller size, which was better for my body and fit. Now, if you don't want to risk possibly getting the wrong size, even with the buy one get one free, Put a Cup in It does have a disc quiz, just like their cup quiz, to help you kind of figure out what size and what brand is best for you and your body. So go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link underneath this video for that. But basically, if you have a low cervix, the short is usually best for you. If you have a normal, regular height cervix, the medium will work really well for you, and if you have a super high cervix, the high cervix one will work best for you. Now, that's just a general range. Of course, again, if you have any concerns, you can check out the disc quiz on Put a Cup in It's website, and also do the buy one get one if you're concerned at all that maybe one might not fit. If I would have been ordering this myself, I probably would have erred on the side of caution and got the smaller one and then the medium one, and that's just because I've tried so many discs over the years that I know that the other sizes for the one size fits all have kind of been a little bit too big, so I knew that I needed to go a little bit smaller. So again, the medium one worked perfectly for me. It was a great fit and it actually stayed in place, which I'll get into more in a second. Along with discs, Lumma goes a step further and also offers cups as well. They have 10 different sizes, so if you're looking for a brand that carries it all, Lumma seems to be that for you, so you can check out their website. Again, there's 10 different sizes of cups, so you're probably sure to find one that will fit for you if you don't want to do the discs. But again, Lumma is so far the only one that I've seen that has different sizes available for your discs, which is pretty great because, again, the one size fits all just does not necessarily always work for everyone. Now, getting into how I felt about the Lumma disc, I actually really loved this disc. Like I said, I have tried so many before, and what Lumma does really well is that they have a firm but soft enough rim that it's not uncomfortable, but it does stay tucked behind your pubic bone. It doesn't collapse as you try to get it into your vagina as well. A lot of the times with some of the discs that I've tried that are super soft rimmed, it's super hard to get inside to begin with, and then once it's in, it's hard to get it to be tucked behind and stay there because they're not firm enough. And then I've also tried discs that are too firm or too big that just, pop out from my pubic bone on their own, or, auto dumps on their own. If you're not familiar with auto dumping, it's basically when you kind of clench your muscles down there, like you're trying to pee or squat or poop, and then it squeezes the disc and kind of releases it a little bit so that the fluids can come out. Now, I will say I did experience auto dumping with this, but it was a nice controlled auto dumping. It wasn't like it just happened when I was just going to the bathroom or sitting or squatting, which with previous discs that I've tried has happened because, again, the disc itself was a little bit too big or the rim was too firm. This was interesting because when I did actually want to try to auto dump and sit on the toilet and kind of squeeze my muscles together to try to get the fluids out, they did come out, and I was able to just kind of push my finger up there and then tuck it back behind my pubic bone before standing up and then washing my hands and being done. Again, I've never had like a successful on-purpose auto dump, so it was a pleasant surprise to be able to do that with this disc. Auto dumping is a great solution for people who don't necessarily want to take their disc or their cup out when they're out and about or have to deal with that. I mean, you still will get your finger a little bit messy because you do need to retuck it behind your pubic bone, but that's nothing like a wet nap or just toilet paper can't fix for you to, while you're in the stall before you can get out to a sink. I will say that the basket or the bottom catch part is a little bit thicker and a little bit firmer than some of the discs that I've tried, but it did not get in the way. It did not feel uncomfortable. It did not affect how much blood I felt like it could hold for me. One thing that I was a little bit concerned about was the pull string. Even though I did not feel the pull tab, I was very aware that it was very thin, and I was concerned that I would break it. Because it's so stretchy and because it's so thin, trying to use it to get it out of behind my pubic bone was a little bit difficult because I felt like I had to stretch it really far to sometimes get it down, and then I was afraid I was gonna break it. Luckily, I had no issue just getting my finger behind it, tucking it behind and pulling it down, and because the basket part is a little bit thicker material, I was not worried at all of my finger like just breaking and busting through this part, so that was really nice. All in all, I will say that I really enjoyed using this disc. I didn't have any issues with overflow, I didn't have any issues with leaking, I didn't have any issues with really anything. It was surprisingly very easy to use, and I think that all comes down to the fact that this was just a better sized fit for me, whereas most of the discs I've tried were just too big. And I think that's the general consensus from a lot of people I hear from, is that they can't get it to stay tucked behind their pubic bone, which is a clear indicator that that disc is just a little bit too big. Even just like a tiny bit of a difference can make a huge difference when it comes to the devices that we're putting inside of us. I think discs are great for people who are unsure about using a cup while they have like an IUD because they're afraid of like the suction or pulling your IUD out. I think they're great for people who maybe have not been able to get a cup to work for them or stay up inside of them, or maybe feel like there's too much uncomfortableness on their cervix, because sometimes the pressure of a cup and their suction can create some discomfort on a cervix. Not everyone, but just some people. I think discs are also great for people, again, who want to try to master the auto dumping because they don't want to have to take their cup out completely and pour it out in the toilet because maybe they're really heavy bleeders. I really like the disc. I'm very surprised. You guys know I have been just personally myself outside of put a cup in it. I am usually somebody who always tends to go to cups. I have my favorites. I rotate through them regularly, and I was never expecting a disc to kind of reach my list of cups that I grab for, but this is actually something that I do enjoy using. So again, Lumma disc comes in 3 different sizes, so you have your options there. Buy one, get one free. If you're not a fan of discs, you can also get a cup. They have 10 different sizes there as well, and they also come in 3 different colors. So if you're not a fan of this more marbled look, you can also just get a clear one. If you want to learn more about the Lumma disc, make sure to check Put a Cup in its website for their blog post, and it goes into full detail about the cup itself. Make sure to check their chart where it compares it to other different discs and cups, and also make sure to take the new disc quiz so that way you can figure out which one is best for you. As always, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next review.